In the realm of coaching, the language we use can be transformative. It shapes the narrative of healing, defining whether the process feels like a correction of flaws or a nurturing of potential. Consider the difference between these two questions. 1. What are the issues with this client that need to be corrected? 2. What are the needs of this client that require fulfillment or replacement? The distinction may seem slight, but it is profound. The first question focuses on problems, framing the client as someone to be fixed, reducing them to their issues. The second question, however, is rooted in compassion, highlighting the client's needs and potential for growth. Language isn't merely a tool, it's a foundation of healing. By shifting from corrections to fulfillment of needs, we empower clients. They become active participants rather than passive recipients of change. This transformation respects their humanity, reinforcing their sense of agency. When coaching is framed as correcting flaws, clients may feel disempowered, even broken, with the therapist positioned as an authority and the client as a passive recipient. These dynamic risks reinforcing feelings of inadequacy. In contrast, focusing on needs fosters an environment of respect, making the client a central figure with valuable insights. Coaching then becomes collaborative, rooted in mutual respect, where the coach acts as a guide, not a fixer. This shift in language transforms the therapeutic relationship into an equal partnership. As therapists, we often encourage clients to adopt compassionate self-talk. We too must be mindful of our words, as each phrase shapes the energy of the session, with the power to uplift or discourage. By framing coaching around fulfilling needs, we foster an environment of growth, transforming coaching from problem-solving to nurturing well-being, from judgment to empathy, from passivity to active participation. Healing isn't about fixing what's wrong, it's about understanding what's needed to feel whole. Implications for corporates. In a corporate setting, this approach applies directly to leadership and team development. Rather than focusing on employee shortcomings that need correction, consider asking, what does this person need to succeed? Or what does this team needs to succeed? Or what does this product needs to succeed? This subtle shift transforms performance reviews and feedback into opportunities for growth, fostering a culture where employees feel valued and supported. Leaders act as mentors, not critics, empowering teams to bring their strengths forward and engage actively in their own development. In fact, when it comes to the products, we often want to solve a challenge or problem, and hence end up building the solutions rather than focusing on the product itself to be having a functionality of its own for which it stands distinctive and at par with other alternatives in the market. This approach cultivates innovation that addresses the heart of user needs, creating solutions that feel intuitive and compassionate. Consider a tech company developing a fitness tracking app. Initially, the team identifies pain points based on user complaints. Users want fewer bugs, better notifications, and faster sync speeds. Traditional problem-solving focuses on fixing these issues. The product development team identifies and addresses each flaw, tightening code, refining the UI, and adjusting notification settings. Yet, despite improvements, user satisfaction lags and engagement isn't growing as anticipated. Shifting the approach, the team reframes their questions. What do users need to feel supported in their fitness journey? And what functionality can make this app essential, not just competitive? With this focus, they stop focusing solely on flaws and dive into understanding what users truly value in their health routines. They conduct empathy-driven interviews and observe how people use fitness apps in real-life contexts. Users share stories about why they use fitness apps, not just for metrics, but for motivation, accountability, and even community support. They want an app that helps them visualize progress meaningfully, keeps them engaged without nagging, and perhaps even lets them interact with friends and coaches in a supportive space. In response, the development team shifts their focus from isolated fixes to fulfilling these core needs. They add a feature for visual progress tracking, a digital cheer function for friends to celebrate milestones, and a setback mode that offers motivational prompts and adjustments for users facing challenges. These aren't just fixes, they're new ways to support and engage the user at a deeper level. Within months of launch, the app's engagement grows significantly, and user satisfaction ratings soar. The app has evolved from a problem-solving tool to a growth-focused experience that meets the genuine, sometimes unspoken needs of its users. This transformation, achieved by focusing on fulfillment and empowerment rather than correction, gives the app a unique standing in the market and builds a loyal user community. This scenario underscores how shifting from fixing flaws to fulfilling needs can transform product development, creating products that resonate with users, stand out in the market, and foster long-term engagement and loyalty. In short, it is shifting the focus from pain points to the job to be done. So language is powerful. The words we choose, the questions we ask, and the perspectives we adopt shape everything, whether in coaching, team development, or product design. Let us carry forward this reminder to create environments that are not just corrective but supportive, not merely functional but fulfilling, and not solely competent but compassionate. Thank you for engaging in this exploration of a language of needs, fulfillment, and potential. It is a shift that, though subtle, has the power to redefine how we approach every relationship, every product, and every challenge.